Hello and welcome. You are listening to the Ditch Decade Diets podcast. I am your host, Lorna, certified food freedom coach and founder of the Ditch Decade Diets Academy. I've spent 10 years in an unhealthy relationship with food, binge eating, over-exercising, and feeling insecure in my body. This podcast is all about helping you get to the root of your food struggles and teaching you how to rewire your brain so you can end binge eating. If you're ready to improve your relationship with food and cultivate more self-love towards yourself and your health, this is the podcast for you. So let's get to it and jump right in. All right, hello, everybody. Welcome to day 3 of this masterclass, What It Takes to Conquer Binge Eating. How are you guys doing? How are you guys feeling? Let me know in the chat. I am so excited for today's conversation. I literally say this for all my trainings. I'm like, this is going to be the best training ever for every single training that I run. But today is truly going to be an amazing conversation on staying in momentum towards conquering binge eating. So day 1 was really focused on having awareness. Okay, I'm aware that I'm binging. I'm aware that I need to tackle my urges. I need to tackle my binge eating. I need to heal my relationship with food first and foremost. Like, I'm aware. And then also becoming somebody who leans into the fear, takes massive action, shows up powerfully for themselves every single day so you can conquer binge eating. And then day 2 was about understanding all the different steps that you need to take at the different stages of your journey to get rid of your urges, to stop nighttime binging, to heal your body image, master your mind for a binge-free life, get back in tune with your hunger and fullness cues. So that was day 2. And then today is about how do you stay in momentum? How do you continue down this journey and keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going until you conquer binge eating? Because there's going to be plenty of highs, tons of celebrations, especially when you're a client of mine. We do so much celebrating this win. What's a win for you? What's a win for you? So much celebration. There's going to be so many highs. But you're also going to experience some fear or some doubt, some challenging moments. And if you can learn how to navigate this all and stay in constant momentum, no matter what, you are truly going to become unstoppable and conquer binge eating. So let's check the chat here. Loving this, feeling pretty good, super excited, feeling good and excited to continue learning. Yes. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and play, of course, the quick little clip to get us in the vibe. And then we're going to go ahead and get kicked off and get started for day number 3. Okay, here we go. You are going to conquer binge eating. The challenges, the mountain, the roadblocks. Got nothing on you. Everything that has ever held you back from conquering binge eating is going to be let go of. Get ready for the most epic 3 days of your life to see what it really takes to conquer binge eating. Okay, perfect. All right, now that we're in the vibe, now that we're in the energy, let's kick this off. Before we dive on in, I did want to say that I'm going to be giving you guys one more final opportunity for bonuses on this call. So I know that some of you guys jumped in yesterday, which is so exciting. So again, I'm going to drop the link in the chat for Conquer. When you join Conquer on this call, not only do you get already an insane bonus of the Root and Rewire membership, which has over 14 hours of trainings, you get the community, you get a monthly masterclass with me, a monthly Q&A with me. But on this call, you'll also get a 20-minute private call with me. Some of you guys already got messages from my team asking to book your call, which is so exciting. So that's the bonus. You'll get a 20-minute private call with me if you sign up on this call. If you pay in full, you will not only get a 20-minute private call with me, but you'll also get a week of private coaching with me. So I'm so excited just for when you're on live on this call. So I dropped the link in the chat. Let me know when you sign up. Like, come back in the chat, being like, I did it, like a declaration to yourself of like, August 14th, I'm never going to forget this day. Like, this was a moment in time where I not just said I wanted to conquer binge eating, but I took the action as a declaration of I'm doing it. Not, oh, one day I hope I will. No, no, no. I'm literally going to declare to myself that I am doing it. No ifs, ands, or buts, not, oh, maybe. It's like, I know that I want this. I'm going to do this for myself. So comment in the chat once you've joined. We're all going to celebrate you. It's going to be fantastic. Okay. So just for this call, those bonuses will be there. Okay. So there is a very different level of motivation that you're going to need when you actually need to do something. When you need to do something versus you want to do something, there's a different level of motivation. So for example, if you're at a place where your health was impacted by binge eating, your intimate life was impacted by binge eating, your mental health was being impacted by binge eating, you have a greater level of motivation to conquer binge eating because it feels like you need to do it. I need to conquer binge eating because I literally haven't been intimate with my partner in the past year. I need to conquer binge eating because my health is not in a good place. I need to conquer binge eating because my mental health is literally spiraling out of control. It's not in a good place right now. That is a very different level of motivation compared to these two things. Number one, I'm having less binges, but I want to fully conquer. And number two, I don't need to conquer binge eating because my life is still really good. I mean, I have a good relationship with my partner. I have a good career. I have great friends, but I want to conquer binge eating. There is a difference between I need to conquer binge eating and I want to conquer binge eating. So I want to break this down for you. At the beginning of your journey, where you might have these strong urges, you're binging, feeling out of control, it's pretty much like a need situation. You're like, I need to get support. I need to conquer binge eating. Like, I need to do this. It's not a matter of, should I? It's like, no, I know that this is the next step regarding what I need to do. That's the beginning for so many people. It's like, I don't have a choice. Like, literally, food's on my mind 24/7. I'm super impulsive. I cannot keep living like this. I need to conquer binge eating. And then as you go about your journey, where I explained yesterday, where you're starting to get rid of your urges, you're becoming less impulsive with food, you're healing your body image. Maybe you're not binging as much. Maybe there's still a little bit of overeating going on, but your binges are obviously way less than before. It is not the same level of drive or the same level of motivation to keep going on this journey because I'm not at rock bottom. I still live a good life. So for me on my journey, at the very, 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 very beginning, I had this point to myself where I thought, I need to do this. I literally cannot go a single day longer with binge eating. Food thoughts, the guilt, the bloating, it was impacting negatively many, many, many areas of my life. So at that point, it was very much a need situation. Not even like, should I? It was like, Lorna, you need to do this. This is not even who you are. You can't keep living this way. Like, you need to conquer binge eating. But then what ended up happening was when I started to work on healing my relationship with food. I deleted my fitness pal. I started eating intuitively. I was binging, but I was having less binges. I was still kind of feeling guilty, but it didn't like knock me down. It was easier for me to pick myself back up. I was starting to feel a little bit better in my own skin. Sure, there was, some days where I didn't feel the best in my own skin, but I was starting to feel a little bit better in my own skin. And I wasn't having as many binges. So a part of me thought, I don't need to do this. I don't need to conquer binge eating. I can still function. I can still function at my job. Like I have a great relationship with my husband. Things aren't going horribly. I live a good life. Family's amazing. Friends are amazing. I live in a beautiful home. Like things are good. I don't need to do this. Sure, I didn't want to be intimate with my husband some days, but I still did. I still enjoyed cuddling. Of course, on the days that I binge, I didn't want to be touched, but I was still intimate. We had a great relationship. It wasn't that bad. It's not like I was like dying. I didn't love how irritable or snappy I was with my mom, but we still loved each other. Like, it wasn't that big of a deal. It's like, oh, okay, I didn't really like that I said that, but like, moving on. Sure, I wasn't showing up as like this energizer, bubbly bunny that everyone once knew me as, but I also wasn't like a negative Nancy. I wasn't a downer. I was still positive. I still had energy. Sure, I knew that I could make a bigger impact in this world. And I knew that binging was impacting my career, impacting my mission, but I still had a good job. I was still helping people. So there was nothing really pushing me to conquer binge eating other than the fact that I wanted to. Christine says, Lorna, you just put words in my mouth, what I'm going through right now. My binges are less urgent and I'm just overeating and feeling better, but I'm questioning, do I need to do this? Absolutely. Why? Because you want to. Because you're not here to just have less binges. You're here to live the most extraordinary life that you can live. It's not just, oh, I'm just overeating. You don't want to just be overeating. Right? And it's so, I had to bring this conversation up because I remember being in that point where I was like, but I'm not crazily binging like crazy anymore. Like it was, I was still binging. Okay. I was still binging, but it was less. And I was still overeating, but I don't want to still overeat. Sure, I'm feeling better in my own skin, but I want to feel hot, sexy. I want to be like wearing whatever the heck I want to wear. Like I want to own it. Like I don't want to just be overeating. I don't want to just have less binges. I want to just live a damn good life. And I knew that I was meant to live a better life for myself. So sometimes we can question ourselves, well, I don't need to, but I want to. You guys are all here because you want to live a better life. You want to do this for yourself. You want to make yourself proud. Like there's something about that. And I personally knew that I came here on this planet to live a great life. How many of you guys just know that? You're like, I can't really explain it, but you're like, I know that I'm meant to live like an amazing life. And even though your life is amazing right now, it is. I know you live a good life. I know you do. But it's like there's something more. This is so good. Everything I'm feeling, I want to feel free, not ashamed of myself anymore. So this is why I can't handle it. Yes, yes. One day thinking about potentially having children, like I want to be the best mom. I want to go after all my dreams, not just one dream or one goal. Like I want to crush it in so many areas of my life and just live an incredible life. And so for me, it was the most no-brainer thing to conquer binge eating because I knew I was meant for more. I talked about this and I said in the first training, I said, I've always strived to be the best person that I could be. Dance, in school, the jobs that I did. It's like I always wanted to be the best me, to learn, to grow, to step into the most powerful version of myself. And so I let myself do that. And I said, goodbye, binge eating. It's not reflective of the person that I know I am. Binge eating was not a true representation of who I was. And that was enough for me to say, I don't need to do this. I want to. There's a difference between I need to stop my binge eating versus things in your life are going well. You have great friendships. You have a good career, things in your life are going well, except obviously this relationship with food thing. But you might not be at rock bottom. But at the same time, you know that you're doing things with food that don't feel like you. And so there's not this level of motivation of like, I need to do this or else. But it's rather like, I want to. I want to go on vacation without stressing about the calories. Sure, maybe you're not like counting your food right now, but you're like, I know that there's more. Like, I also don't want to be thinking about the calories. I want to have more present moments with my partner. I want to stop thinking about food. That's very different than I need to. So again, at the very beginning, very, very, very start, I had this motivation of like, I need to do this. I cannot live a single day longer. Like, I absolutely need to do this. And then it became a point where things started getting better. And I said to myself, I don't need to, I want to. And when you're in this place where you want to do something, guess what? There's no pressure. There's no, oh my gosh, you better conquer binge eating in the next few months. Oh my God, hurry up, pressure, pressure, pressure. It's like, I want to do this. I want to step into the greatest version of myself. I want to be the best mom, the best partner. I want to excel and step into the greatest version of myself. I want to be free. I want to spend my time focusing on more important things in my life than obsessing over how much did you eat today? There's excitement because when you want to do something, think about anything that you've ever wanted to do. Like even as a kid, if your parents have ever, kind of forced you to go play the piano, you got to go study. And you're like, I don't want to. But then when you there's something that you want to do, maybe there was a sport that you like to play or you wanted to read. Nobody needs to go and tell you, go and do this. Like nobody needs to tell you, go read the book. You're like, I love reading. I'm going to go on my own time. I'm going to pull up the book. Right? It's like there's excitement. It's like you're excited to do those things because you want to. You wake up every single day excited. And when I was on my journey, the way that I saw it was, I'm becoming unstoppable. I'm going to be so freaking proud of myself that I chose to do this. I am waking up every single day, being kind to myself, healing my relationship with food. I was so excited. I couldn't even wait for that moment that I can look back on my life and say, you did it. You conquered. I am so freaking proud of you. You wanted to do this for yourself and you made it happen. You wanted to do this and you made it happen. Food isn't on your mind anymore. Vacation feels effortless. Spontaneous dinner nights out with your husband is the most exciting thing in the world when you want to stop binge eating. Because when you want to do something, when you want to stop binge eating, it's because you know your potential. And right now, you might have an honest conversation with yourself, telling yourself, I'm not living at my full potential. Do you feel like you're living at your full potential? Or do you feel like, no, like my potential's like up here and I'm like, I know my potential, but I'm not living at that full potential. Let me know in the chat box. It's like, your potential is like, your full potential is like up here. And you're kind of just like going through the motions. You're kind of just on autopilot. Right? So when you have this desire, I want to conquer binge eating, it's because you want to see what you're capable of. It's exactly how I feel. Yes, yes. You want to see what you're capable of. You know you can do it. You know you're meant for more. It's not, I don't want to, or I need to, or I have to do this thing. It's like, let's freaking go. I'm ready to do this. I want to become the best version of myself. I want to conquer. Of course, there's going to be challenging moments. Of course, there's going to be doubt and fear along this journey. But when you want to do something, you're up for the challenge. Versus when you feel like you need to do something, it's like, oh, this is going to be so hard. Oh, I don't even want to do this. Right? It's like, oh, this sucks. I don't want to do this. Versus I want to conquer binge eating. I can't wait to see the person who I became on the other side of this. I decided I'm up for the challenge. I want to do this. I'm excited. So at the start, it's more of a need. Can't wait to know my fully healed self. Yes, it's going to be amazing because you're already such an incredible human, Sammy. So at the beginning, I need to do this because I'm binging a lot. I need to do this. I need to do this. I need to do this. And then as you go about your journey, it becomes, I want to. So even for a lot of clients that I work with, when we tackle the urges, when we work through body image, the nighttime binging, everything I'm going to be teaching you inside of Conquer, you're going to have less binges. But what ends up happening when your binges aren't happening as much, and maybe you're not even doing some overeating, maybe you're doing a little bit of overeating, you don't have to technically keep going. You're not going through out of body experiences. You went from binging every day to maybe a few times per week. You went from I hate my body to, okay, maybe I don't love it, but like I respect my body. But now you want to get to a place where you're like, I want to feel so damn good in my own skin. I want to feel extremely confident. I don't even want to be just overeating. So at the start, it has to bug you a little bit for it to matter. Like at the beginning, there had to be something that bugged you enough to say like, okay, I need to do this. It's time. I need to do this for myself. And then things start going well and you're having less binges. Even if things aren't perfect, it's not the same level of motivation that you need to keep going as it was in the beginning, because things aren't really bugging you anymore. Like, sure, there's some things that you're like, I don't like the fact that I feel bloated, or I don't like the fact that I'm still binging, but it's not like bugging you as much as it was in the beginning. There's not this motivation really to keep going, but you are the type of person that keeps on going because you want to see what you're capable of. You want to keep going because, just like Sammy said, I cannot wait to see and know my fully healed self. You're here because you don't want a single thought about food. Sure, you're having maybe less food thoughts. You want them gone. Sure, maybe your urges aren't like so demanding, but you don't want a single urge to binge anymore. Maybe you're feeling a little bit better in your own skin, or maybe you have some not so good days, but you also have maybe some good days, but you want to feel sexy and hot and so freaking confident that literally that is the driving factor that's going to push you forward towards fully conquering binge eating. In 2019, that was the year that was the year that I fully committed. A full year I committed to healing my relationship with food. And when I was doing my morning routine, basically every single day in 2019, I was meditating, I was doing breath work, I was doing journaling, all my morning routine, my brain-based tools. And the first few times, it was like so exciting. Like the first few times I like journaled, I'm like, oh my God, look at me go. Or I did breath work. It was like so exciting to do these things, right? Like meditation, whatever it was. It's like at the beginning, it's like, it's so exciting for the first time that you're doing something. It's so exciting. It's like, ooh, I can't wait to know my higher self. I can't wait to see the amazing life that I'm going to live. But was it as exciting on month 1 or month 4 or month 8? Not really. It wasn't as exciting as the first time I did it, or on day 1 or maybe day 4 compared to month 1 or month 4, but I kept going. When I started feeling more comfortable in my own skin, I was excited to take things to the next level. I was excited to continue putting in the work because I knew that one day I'd be that person that would literally walk into a room and all the heads would just like turn and be like, who is she? She radiates with so much confidence. She knows herself. She knows who she is. Like, who is she? That's why I wanted to keep going. Just as an example. when things aren't horrible, when you're not at rock bottom, you're having less food thoughts. I want you to think, but imagine if I kept going. So, for example, even Christine, right? Christine's now in Conquer for a full year. She said, like, my urges, my binges are less urgent, and I'm just overeating and feeling better. Imagine a full year together, Christine. It's like you're going to be free. Not just, oh, I'm just kind of overeating. It's like you're going to be free. I want to keep going. I don't want to just be overeating. So there's a lot of excitement at the beginning, or just with anything new that you start, right? It's like, I'm ready to do this. I'm so excited. I'm ready to change my life at the beginning. I'm ready to put an end to binge eating. If you've ever done something for the first time, there's excitement, right? It's fresh, it's new, it's exciting. Oh my God, I did not give into that urge. Did I actually do that? Was that me? Oh my God, it was so freaking strong. No way I actually did that. I can't believe it. I'm so proud of myself. I actually never thought I would be able to give into that urge, especially that one was so freaking strong. I'm so proud of myself. And then as you keep going, and then you keep practicing, and you keep not giving into your urges, it's still exciting, but you kind of normalize it a little bit. It's not as exciting as the first one that you didn't give into, because that was like, holy shit, was that actually me? And then you kept doing it. And you kind of normalize not giving into your urges. So it's easier. It's not that it's not exciting, but there's nothing like the initial beginning of starting something, or the first time that you didn't give into an urge, right? There's so much more excitement. Maybe there's, I don't know, some off limit foods that maybe you're eating, and maybe you're eating them with less guilt. And like, that's exciting. But like the first time that you've had that food and maybe you didn't feel guilty, like there's nothing that compares to that. I share this story a lot, but there was one time where we were getting together with Andrew's family and my parents, and I remember having a piece of apple pie, and I just ate it without guilt, not even worrying, like, what are people gonna think? Like, I just ate it. And I felt so much peace. I felt so much calmness in my body. I was literally so excited. Like, I literally made it the biggest deal. I'm like, nobody knows how much of a freaking big deal this was. I told Andrew, I shared the group of ladies that I was a part of a program with. I was literally jumping up and down. I was so excited. Like, that just happened. It felt effortless. And it was the first time, so it was exciting. And then I continued to heal my relationship with food. It's like, I can eat apple pie, and it became exciting as I kept doing that, but it wasn't the same feeling as the first one. Or chocolate chip pancakes. The first time I was able to eat them without binging, it was like, maybe that was a fluke. Maybe that was kind of weird. Wait, what? What just happened? But like, I got really excited. And then it's like, I did it again. And it was like, oh, still exciting, but not like the initial excitement. It's like, okay, I'm proud of myself. But then you kind of normalize it. So this is why it is so important to stay in momentum. Because at the beginning, everyone's like, I'm ready. Let's do this. Let's go. I'm ready. I'm fired up. Let's go. Let's do this. Right? At the beginning, it's so easy. But this is why it's so important to still make things a big deal. You haven't given to a past urge for 10 years, or 10 years, for maybe 10 times, or like you haven't given into 10 urges. Make it a big deal. I haven't given into 10 urges. Or I can go to the restaurant and order what I want, instead of being like, oh yeah, well, I've been doing that for a few weeks now or a few months now. Still be like, I can't believe this is my life. And then to keep the momentum going even more, and then it's like, well, what else can I work on? So if I'm not maybe anxious to order something at the restaurant, then what else do you want to work on? Okay, I don't feel bad for going out for dinner, but maybe you focus on gentle nutrition. Sure, I can order the burger and the fries. Like, I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad anymore for ordering the burger and the fries, but maybe what you want to focus on is, okay, how can I choose potentially a more nutritious option without feeling like I'm being restricted? Like, I want to do it from a place of self-love, right? So there's so many different levels. There's so many different levels to create excitement on this journey. But you need excitement. You need momentum. You need momentum. And this is why inside of Conquer, every month there's a new program. Every single month you are mastering one key aspect of your relationship with food. We have Break the Late Night Binge coming up next, all about helping you stop binging, emotional eating, and habitual snacking late at night. So there's excitement of I'm working on this. And then we have the next program. And then you have the membership where you get access to Q&As. And then the monthly master classes. You have the badass community that's literally cheering you on. You want to have the community that's got your back. This is momentum. This is excitement. You need to create that for yourself. Not just at the beginning when it's shiny and it's brand new and it's like, you know, oh my gosh, I'm doing this, such a big deal, but can you keep going with that excitement? This is the difference between people who conquer binge eating and people who don't. It's not that people who don't conquer binge eating doesn't have it in them. I truly believe everybody can, but I don't believe everyone will, because you need to choose consciously to surround yourself with the right people. You got to consciously choose excitement, getting the right support, feeling seen, feeling understood. The people that conquer, they just chose excitement. They just chose to get the right support. Every single person can start something. That's not the hard part, actually. Some people think, oh, the hardest part is getting started. To some extent, it's like, okay, I got to take that step. But sometimes the most challenging part is, can I keep going and not pull the plug? How many people start something, even like, let's say a diet, right? Well, I mean, let's be honest. Of course, you're going to fall off track with the diet because it's not sustainable. But when you do things like healing your relationship with food and you're focusing on conquering binge eating, anybody can start. Anybody can. All of you guys can start today. But why is it that some people today are going to actually conquer and some people won't? Because anyone can say, I'm ready. Anyone can say, I'm committed. I'm ready to do this. But how about after 1 month? How about after this masterclass? How about after 2 months? How about when things are actually getting better? Can you keep going then? Or even if you are still binging and maybe you still don't trust yourself around maybe certain foods, can you keep going then? Can you create excitement to say, I'm doing this. I'm on my way. I am going to do it. I'm conquering. Right? So anybody can say, I'm going to conquer, or I'm ready. Anybody can start. Anybody can say, I want to. But the difference between people who conquer and the people who don't is not that people who conquer know more or smarter or whatever. It's just they get the right support. They have a community that's cheering them on every single day. So they have no choice but to feel excited and like, I'm doing this. It's a whole different energy. Even on those not so good days, it's like, oh, thank God I have the community. Oh, even on those days where I just binged, they chose to say, you know what? It's okay. Tomorrow's a brand new day. The next thing I want to talk about is working with a coach and investing. So on my journey, like I said at the very beginning, I was like, I need a coach. Like I need to learn how to get rid of my urges. I don't know how to do that. I need to stop these crazy binges at night. How do I actually heal my body image? Because for so long, I just wanted to be smaller. For so long, I just focused on, over exercising. Like, how do I actually heal my body image? How do I actually master my mind for a binge-free life? How do I actually work on the mindset when I just have this strong all or nothing, black or white mentality. Well, I needed to learn the information. Back to the need. I need to learn all the information. You need to learn the specific tools. You need to know what to do. But then when you have the information, you have the support, you say to yourself, I am doing this because I want to be surrounded by a community of badasses who are where I want to be. I want to be surrounded by people who are conquering binge eating because that's where I want to go. So I'm not going to go hang out with people that are binging and trying to conquer binge eating. It's like, no, I'm going to find a group of people like inside of Conquer where it's like these people are serious about conquering binge eating. They're not just saying, oh, I want to. No, they joined a program. They committed to 6 or 12 months. They're serious. I'm going to get plugged in with them because they're going to be conquering. So I'm not going to be over here left behind just saying I want to. I'm going to get with them and I'm going to conquer too. When you're surrounded by people who are doing it, who are conquering, it feels like we're doing this. Thank you for showing me what's possible. I can do this as well too because I'm part of the same community. You're learning the same tools as I am, but it's easy to think I'm the exception. It's easy to say, well, she can, but maybe I can't. No. The reason that she can, or the reason that she conquered was because she believed she could. She can because she showed up to the calls. She can because she invested in that program. She can because she's getting the right support. She can because she's in the proper community. She can because she's showing up for herself. That's the difference. The people who conquer binge eating are surrounded by other people who are doing it or have done it. The people who conquer binge eating are surrounded by other badasses that lift them up and say, you got this, you can do this. I totally understand where you're coming from. I literally have the exact same thoughts as you, but let's practice this week of not giving into our urges. It makes all the difference. Even on a coaching call with my clients yesterday, one of the ladies was talking. She said, you know what? I'm going to wear the shorts. It's hot outside. Maybe like I don't feel the best. Maybe there might be some cellulite or whatever it is, but you know what? I'm going to do it. And then everyone else around you is like, yeah, you know what? Me too. I'm going to do that. I'm going to throw on the shorts. I'm going to, be confident. Oh, I went to the restaurant. I went to the restaurant and I ordered exactly what I wanted. Even though my friends were ordering the lowest calorie option, I ordered exactly what I wanted and it prevented a binge. And then everyone else is like, heck freaking right. You're on the right path. You know what? I'm going out for dinner this weekend and I'm going to do that as well too. That is how you stay in momentum. When you try to figure out how to stop binge eating on your own, there's no push. There's no keep going. You got this. There's no community that reminds you why you're doing this. Because at the beginning, again, you can literally decide today's the day I'm going to conquer binge eating. But how about in 3 weeks when somebody triggers you? Yeah, never mind. Oops. How about a month from now? Oh yeah, it's too hard. Just going to pull the plug. But when you make a commitment to yourself, let's say you're inside of Conquer, you commit to 6 months, you commit to a year of going all in and conquering binge eating, you go for it, you didn't pull the plug, you're committed because when you say you're going to do something, you actually do it. That's what creates excitement. I gave myself a full year. I'm like, this is what's going to allow you to get excited and stay in momentum. I've got a full year. Let's go. I've got this. I've got the tools now. I've got somebody who makes me feel seen and understood. I've got my badass community cheering me on. I said yes to a full year. There's no turning back. I'm so committed. I'm going to make this happen. Like, how can you not be excited? This is how you stay in momentum. So even when everyone else is dieting, you plug into the community and you're reminded why you're here. Because remember, if things are going pretty well and like you're not crazily binging, you don't need to do it. You want to. But when you're trying to do this on your own, it can feel like no one else is healing their relationship with food. No one else is talking about making peace with food. No one's talking about, like be kinder to yourself. It's all about, oh, go to the gym. Oh, lose weight. Oh, macros. Oh, make sure you don't eat too many carbs. Oh, make sure to not eat before bed because you're just going to gain a bunch of weight. That's who you're surrounding yourself with. And then that becomes ingrained into your brain. You have a conversation with your aunt and she's talking about intermittent fasting. And then you're like, oh God, here this goes. That triggers me. And then you're like, should I be doing that? It's so easy to get sucked in. But then you have the community, or when you're inside of Conquer, you have our community and you have the community to plug back into. That's telling you this is the path. You're here for a reason. Remember, you want to step into the greatest version of yourself. You want to conquer. I was so grateful I had the right support when I was healing my relationship with food, and I dedicated a full year because I said, this is the year. I'm so committed to conquering binge eating. I'm giving myself a full year. And I was so glad that I had the right support. Because how many people in your life understand you? Your partner is not going to understand. I couldn't share any of this with my mom. I couldn't have a conversation with her because she's very much into health. But health and conquering binge eating, it's not really the same thing. And so sometimes she would say something and it would trigger me. My friends didn't understand, right, any of this either. So I was like, I'm so glad that I had people that actually understood me and were thinking the same thoughts as me. Now, something else when it comes to learning and working with coaches, I don't just do it to learn something, right? I wanted to work with a coach, of course, to learn the tools to stop binge eating, absolutely. But I also said, I want to learn from somebody who conquered binge eating to see how they got to where they are. I want to be surrounded by people who are where I wanted to be. I wanted to understand, why have they been successful in conquering binge eating? What's their mindset? What are their thoughts? I wanted to learn from their mind. Okay, so when you got triggered, what did you do specifically? Okay, so when you felt super guilty because you've been through this, how did you shift your mindset? You can't ask somebody who's never been in your shoes a question like that. You can't ask somebody who's never gone through binge eating, how do I release food guilt? You can't ask somebody who's never struggled with binge eating, so what do you do when you feel the urge to binge? They're going to be like, they don't understand. They don't even know what that is. You can't ask somebody who's never struggled with binge eating, so when I'm home alone and I so badly want to give in and binge, but there's a part of my brain that's like, just do it. And then another part of my brain is like, no, you're better than this. Like, don't do it. Like, what do I do? Somebody who's never experienced those thoughts, they're not going to understand. Somebody who's never had body image insecurities, you can't ask them, how do you start making peace with your body, because they've never had insecurities. Somebody who's never had a hard time with their hunger and fullness cues is never going to know what it's like to try to get back in tune with your hunger and fullness cues. Many of you guys resonated yesterday when I talked about feeling sad, almost about stopping when you're comfortably full to prevent overeating. And so many of you guys are like, I resonated with that. But if I never gone through binge eating, I wouldn't have been able to share that wisdom with you and share the feelings, the exact feelings that I had, and help you not feel crazy. It's like, oh, I thought I was the only person that was experiencing that. And so this is not about, I need to join Conquer because I need to learn all the information. Yes, the tools are going to be life-changing. Knowing what to do to stop your binge eating, to heal your body image, to get back in tune with your hunger and fullness cues, to stop emotional eating is extremely important. You cannot not learn those things. But learning from a coach who has been through binge eating, you can learn from their lived experience, their wisdom, and then ask. So when you experience this thought in your mind, how did you direct it? Okay, so when you were having maybe less binges and maybe you thought to yourself, am I going to be able to maintain this? Like, how did you navigate this? That is everything. This is why it's so valuable. This is why everyone's joining my programs, truthfully, because I've been in your shoes. Lived experience is extremely valuable. I have I had so many clients come to me and they said, I used to work with a nutritionist, but it was so restrictive. I used to work with a therapist, but I didn't feel understood. So it's so important to feel seen, to feel understood, and to actually get support from somebody who knows exactly what you're going through. Not you trying to explain like what binge eating is, or you not trying to explain what I don't know. It's like this weird feeling where I sometimes get like a little sad when I'm overeating, or like a part of me wants to conquer binge eating, and then part of me is like, I don't know if I want to give this up. Like, I get that. Now, something else that's really important that I want you guys to understand. I didn't invest in a coach to save me. I didn't work with a coach to save me because I'm broken. I invested in a coach who I knew gone through binge eating, and I know that they can help me. They can help me rise. They can help me step into the badass version of myself. I did it because it was exciting for me to know I am going to conquer. I am going to step into the greatest version of myself. Somebody who no longer thinks about food all day long. Someone who's free from urges, who can spend more quality time with her husband. I did this for me because I love evolving and stepping into the greatest version of myself and knowing that my potential's up here and I'm going to work towards being there. You're not broken. You're not broken. You just haven't learned the tools yet. And I have the tools and I can share them with you. I can share my wisdom. I can share the knowledge, everything that I've learned, everything that I've been through on this journey, the lessons, the wisdom, the challenges, everything that I've learned. It's like, I share that with you. That's invaluable. So it's not, I need to join a program because I'm broken. It's, I'm going to join Conquer. I'm going to join this because I believe in myself. I'm committed. I take radical responsibility. I want to do this for myself. I want to do this for myself. I truly do want to be a better version of myself. I want to be free from binge eating. So I'm going to join from a place of excitement and readiness. Let's go. I'm excited to do this. I remember getting so excited when I joined a program because I was ready to conquer. And remember, it wasn't because I had full belief and full confidence that I could conquer binge eating, but I had full confidence and belief in myself. When I say, or when I like see, ooh, this is an opportunity for me to learn how to conquer binge eating, it's not like, okay, fix me. It's, I believe in myself. I know I'm going to do this because I always make things work. I'm so freaking excited. Let's go. I believe in myself. I'm going to do this. I'm going to follow through with my commitments. A full year. Let's go. I'm excited. This is going to be the greatest year of my life. Or 6 months. It's going to be the best 6 months of my life of healing and growing and conquering binge eating. It's not, I need to because I'm broken. It's, I'm going to because I deserve support. I deserve to be the best me. I deserve to be surrounded by a community of badasses that are so serious about conquering binge eating, that are going to cheer me on and lift me up. I deserve that. I want that. I wanted to be surrounded by people who got me. I wanted to learn the tools. I wanted to heal my relationship with food. So that excitement is what kept me going. That momentum is what kept me going. Not just at the beginning when it's like, oh, I'm excited, but I kept the momentum going throughout the journey. I couldn't stop. I knew my full potential, and when I wasn't there yet, I just kept going. I kept showing up, leaning into the community. I got this. I kept going, and this is why I conquered. So, how are we feeling? How are we feeling? Let me know in the chat. How are you guys doing? I'm waiting for Crystal's fire emoji. So, empowered. Yes. So, this is what it takes to conquer binge eating. It's not, oh, here, just do this one thing. There's so many things from day one, who you need to be. From day two, more of the strategy of like, this is what you need to do. And then day 3, it's like you gotta be in the right place. You gotta get the right support. You need to be in the right community. You gotta surround yourself with people who are doing it and who have done it. So I created Conquer for you because you know you're binging. You know you need to heal your relationship with food, and you're ready for that. You're ready to conquer. You're done with diets. You don't even want to think about dieting ever again. That's like, I'm not dieting anymore. You want freedom. You want peace. You want balance. You want calmness around food. You want food to be a part of your day, not the main part of your day. You want to eat normally without all the food noise, right? So again, I'm going to share a little bit about what it actually looks to conquer binge, what it actually looks like to conquer binge eating. I'm going to drop the link to join Conquer again, because the bonuses are going to expire as soon as I hop off this training. So again, private call with me. And if you pay in full, a week of private coaching, the link is there. If you're like, I'm freaking ready, I'm making this declaration to myself, let's freaking go. So this is what I'm going to paint a picture of what it actually looks like to conquer binge eating. Because as somebody who's done it, I'm going to paint a picture. So you wake up in the morning, and as soon as you get hungry, you go into your kitchen, you make whatever sounds good for you. You don't think, what am I allowed to eat? What should I be eating? Oh, wait, what did I eat yesterday? Because what I ate yesterday is going to determine what I have for breakfast today. You simply ask yourself, what sounds good? And you go and you make yourself the pancakes, or you make yourself the scrambled eggs, or the oatmeal bowl, or whatever it is that you have for breakfast, without stressing about the calories or the carbs. You just ask yourself, what do I feel like? And then you go make it. And then right after, you go about your day without thinking about food. In fact, you literally have to sometimes remind yourself, like, hello, it's lunchtime, because you're so busy just living your life, being so present. You're like, oh yeah, I probably should eat something right now. You take time with your meals. You're slowing down. Food is actually so much more pleasurable for you. But this time, true pleasure, not a false sense of pleasure through binging when you're standing up and you're eating super fast over the sink. You can barely taste the food. You're actually experiencing pleasure. Your meals are satisfying. You look forward to your meals. But it's not the same excitement as when you were binging, but rather like, I am excited to fuel my body. I'm excited to have that cookie with my lunch because I know I have full control. And I'm confident that I won't binge. I actually don't even have to think about that anymore. I can just enjoy this cookie. You're consistent with exercising. And although you've always loved working out, you're going to be even more consistent, because how you feel or how much you've eaten or how bloated you feel doesn't determine whether you work out that day or not. You feel amazing in your own skin. You're no longer full and bloated. And that's what makes it so much easier to feel like a strong badass in the gym. You can wear the crop top, you can wear the shorts, you just feel so amazing. You're taking such good care of yourself. You have so much energy. You literally have the best workouts of your life. And then after a long day of work, it doesn't even matter how busy work was or how hard the difficult conversation you had that day. You spend the rest of your night actually relaxing, actually unwinding with your partner, your kids, or maybe by yourself. You're no longer anxious. Like, you just feel this sense of peace in your body. There's no, I'm going to plan my binge on the drive home. Like, what am I going to binge on you're not planning when you're at work. What am I going to eat when I get home? You just feel relaxed and calm. You're spending the rest of your night with your beautiful family, not thinking like, I need food right now. You're not watching the movie and you're not even paying attention to your partner or your kids, because all you're thinking about is like the cookies that you want to eat in the pantry. I need to self-soothe. You go to bed and you cuddle up with your partner and you just feel so proud of yourself because food's no longer a struggle. You're in complete control. You're in the driver's seat, not your urges. You completely taken your power back. Food no longer has power over you. And it's the most freeing feeling in the world. Because when you conquer binge eating, you can actually start taking better care of yourself. No more self-sabotage. No more overeating, no more over exercising, skipping meals, no more I'm going to fast all day because I'm going to be in a bathing suit, or I'm going to a wedding and I'm wearing a dress, so I just better not eat all day because I don't want to look bloated. No, you're truly taking such good care of yourself. You go to the restaurant, and because you have freedom of choice, you can 100% order the burger or the fries without any desire to binge, effortlessly stopping when you're full, no matter how good it is or what the special occasion is or how much you paid for the meal. There's no scarcity of like, oh, well, I'm out to dinner, so we'll better eat it all now. Oh, it just tastes so good. So like, I just have to finish the last bite, even though I'm like so stuffed. You have so much freedom that you can go to the restaurant and order the salad if that's what your body is craving, but you feel zero restriction. You're not deprived. You're listening to your body. You're so intuitive. You have so much trust within your body. And when everyone else is ordering dessert and you're like, you know what? I actually don't really feel like dessert. You can say no to dessert without FOMO. You can say no to dessert without feeling like, but my urges are telling me I need to. Or as soon as I go home and maybe I didn't have the dessert, but I'm going to go home and binge. You can be the person that orders dessert without hesitation. Oh, no one else is ordering dessert? Okay, I'm going to enjoy mine without being so concerned about what is my friend going to say? Is a comment going to be made? You're not worried about that. You're in your own lane. You're so confident. And one of the best parts about conquering binge eating is how much pleasure and joy you're going to experience on a daily basis. For me personally, it's the small things that I used to do when I was struggling with binge eating that I still do to this day, but it feels like a night and day difference. So I've always loved going for walks. And when I struggled with binge eating, it was like sometimes I couldn't go for a walk because, oh, you look so bloated. Oh, you're so full, like you literally can't even move. And now I go for walks and I feel so much peace in my heart. And I'm smiling and at people and having conversations versus like head down. I hope nobody's looking at me. I'm walking around with Andrew in our neighborhood and we're literally jumping up and down, like just saying how amazing our life is because I feel free. That's why. I literally feel so free. When I'm making lunch and I'm like, what do I feel like today? It takes 2 seconds to decide. Oh, Christine, congratulations. Christine just joined Conquer. Ah, so excited. And you paid in full, so you will get the bonuses. Congratulations. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Everyone, who's Christine? Another Christine. Christine A. Oh, there we go. I signed up for 6 months, ready to conquer. Let's freaking go. Okay, so good. So good. I'm so freaking proud of you, Christine. This is going to be amazing. Both Christines. Like, this is amazing. 2 different Christines, but both Christines. I love it. So I make lunch and I'm like, what sounds good? Like, what do I feel like? And then I go back to helping you guys and make a massive impact in this world because food's not on my mind all day. Friday night date nights with my husband used to be like, where are we going? What time? Is there going to be food involved? Like, can you tell me where we're going? Because I need to look up the menu. And now it's like, I don't have to go out for dinner. Sometimes it's like, I'm going to make steak. We're going to make steak. We're going to make steak and let's just cuddle up and like watch a movie. I have the freedom to go out for dinner if I want or stay at home. But regardless, my urges aren't telling me you need to do this. I get to decide. I'm in the driver's seat. That's freedom. I'm so excited for both of you guys inside of Conquer. This is just amazing. I'm like beaming with so much joy. This is going to be the best. And the best part about the 6 or 12 months is like, I got your back through Thanksgiving, Halloween, Christmas, right? Even into the new year. Like, it's just going to be amazing. So on Monday night, I had chocolate chip pancakes. Not because I had an urge that was demanding me go eat the chocolate chip pancakes. I don't have urges anymore. But I was like, ooh, it's bachelorette night. And this is going to be fun. I'm going to make myself some chocolate chip pancakes. My husband was having some ice cream and I was having my chocolate chip pancakes. And we're just sitting there watching TV. I had full control. it was so enjoyable. I was like experiencing so much pleasure with the love of my life, with one of my favorite shows, with one of my favorite foods. This is freedom. This is conquering binge eating. You get to enjoy your food so much more when you are in the driver's seat and in control of how much you're eating. Even this weekend, it's my birthday on Sunday. And normally I would say, well, where am I going to eat? And my sister said to me, well, why don't I make you dinner? She's like, what do you want? And I was like, surprise me. I would have never, happy birthday Sunday, yes. I would have never been able to say that. I would have needed to know, no, you have to tell me what you're making for me, because what I eat for dinner impacts what I eat for lunch. And what I eat for lunch impacts what I eat for breakfast. So I need to know. I can't just be spontaneous. And now it's like, decide for me, try a recipe, let's have fun. I don't know, surprise me. Let's just have like spontaneous. This is how you are going to feel when you conquer binge eating. Free, calm, balanced, in control. You are in the driver's seat of your own life. That is the most empowering feeling of your life. Conquering binge eating is not just about, I don't feel guilty anymore. That's great. But you know what? You're going to get your life back. I have so many clients that tell me, Lorna, this is so much more. And I'm sure you can even see in this 3-day masterclass, it's so much more than food. It's stepping into your power. It's stepping into the badass version of yourself. It's living up to the full potential you know you're meant to live at. So inside of Conquer, we have coming up, the next program is Break the Late Night Binge, which is going to be incredible. Again, you'll get instant access to the Root and Rewire membership with over 14 hours of trainings on how to stop secret eating, how to get out of the all or nothing mentality, how to stop thinking about food 24/7, what to do before, during, and after a binge, how to rewire your brain, how to get to the root of your binge eating. Like, those trainings are incredible. That's a bonus as well too. And honestly, the community, like the community that I've created is truly something so special. This is your home, a place where you feel so safe, a place where you don't have to hold anything back. You don't feel like, I'm so crazy for thinking these thoughts, because the other person that's in the program is thinking the same thoughts as well too. And together you're like, let's do this. Let's work together. Let's not give in to our urges today. We run these fun little challenges in our community as well too. Right now we're doing a habits challenge. So everyone's really focusing on building up their habits and up leveling their habits and their standards for themselves. And it's just, if you want to become a better version of yourself as you're conquering binge eating, this is the space for you. So the bonuses are going to expire as soon as I get off this call. So again, congratulations to every single person that conquered. Well, you will conquer, but congratulations to every single person that jumped into Conquer. I'm so freaking excited. You guys are all so incredible and so amazing. So this is the 3-day masterclass. If you still wanted to jump into Conquer, you guys have the link. The bonuses are going to expire on this call in terms of the 20-minute phone call. But thank you guys so much for being here. I have so much belief in yourself. I have so much belief in you. I know you're going to do this. I don't have a single doubt in my mind. It's who you are. You came to this masterclass. It means that this matters to you. It means that I care about myself. And imagine together what we can do. This was just 3 days. Imagine what we can do in 6 months. Imagine what we can do in 12 months together. So much can change for you. And I'm so serious about the work that I do with my clients. I cannot wait to support you. So thank you guys so much. Have an amazing rest of your day. If you have any questions about Conquer, you can message me about the program. But thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart. Have an amazing rest of your day. Congratulations to everyone who joined Conquer, and we'll see you guys later. Okay, bye guys.